We see some extra changes because we've already seen new things from this series alone.
Yeah, Cloud9 White versus Edo Tensai. For Edo Tensai, if they don't win this map, could be the end of the road. We're still in the single elimination phase. Jazzykins really will be taking this fight in towards mid. The dog reveals, but a flash to set her up. That's excellent from the KO. The dart as well to follow. Cloud9 get an opener.
Cloud9 opened things up, and not only a kill, but heaps of damage as well. Carno, Nyanza, not feeling the best, unfortunately, for Carno. He cannot regrowth himself. So Nyanza's going to be A-okay in the pistol round. 100 health never feels too bad, although being shieldless against these ghosts could be something as they link back up. Oh, look at this. The lurk out towards mid. It's going to be sniffed out, but JD able to take down Annie. Now looking to tuck tail and head the opposite direction. The paranoia also used onto the chamber, so they cut this down. But the A side, it's been opened up. Here comes the smokes, the door to close. Now it's up for Cloud9 White to retake.
And they'll just be patient in this one. A lot of utility has already been expended earlier, but still, this man advantage to work with, and Alexis still has that knife. That should be the go button, unless Edo makes a play instead. He fights forward, gets a kill in towards the smoke, and secures heaven for his team.
Yeah, playing inside the smoke sometimes not the safest thing, but Katsumi still fighting her way back on. Misses multi-kill. She did it in the last map and carries it over to Ascent. It's Cloud9 White. Are they ever going to lose a pistol?
I don't know, man. 3 in a row now that C9 White has been able to pick on up. And I was talking in the pre-show that, hey, they're probably going to be trying to support Jazzy. I wasn't expecting that much emphasis on it in mid.
Cloud9 White, it was that key to getting that momentum moving on forward. And now a Shock Dart going to split the uprights. JD sneaks away from it, and we'll see what he can get done. Good damage in the pistol round. Kind of in a 1v2, and still walks away with 1 kill. So still a very scary chamber, although on a lesser buy with that Headhunter in hand.
Trying to re-clear some space, spots out JD, but he just takes the risk himself. No one else to aid in that endeavor. It looks like Edo Tensai do want to meet on up and try and hit this one towards B. I'm wondering if this is a fake being set up towards Cat. Have 2 players pressure in this direction, then late round hit towards the B site. Either way, Alexis will receive a little bit of damage taken. She'll be forced to use that fragment. Does that full rotation? No, not yet. No one is moving, and with that turret there as well, Mel is perfectly comfortable in holding down the fort.
Yeah, Mel just able to swing off of that. Collects a kill, and smokes are coming out, sure, but the microwave is still right in front of the attacking side. JD first to contact, takes down Annie.
What?
Finds another one onto Mel, and there is no microwave. It doesn't matter. The site is open for business, but now the odds are even. Nyanza, lower on HP, though, could be traded out and will eventually do so. A player out towards mid is Alexis. The backstab, it's perfect, and the 2v2 to ensue as the Spectre shots don't quite land for Katsumi, and that could be the end of the round because of it. Eto was allowed to survive. Now it's Kat to find herself in a 1v2. Dark cover to go on through. Eto just on the other side. Just like that, ET battle back. And
like that are utterly obscene. 2 picked up in quick succession with the Headhunter. Utterly obliterates the setup over towards this B site and practically wins that round single-handedly. The second venture, there's a chance for C9 to ability as C9 will be trapped back down on towards these pistols.
And that puts your economy in such a rough spot here. And this round for ET is a good round for this round and a good round for the next one. Being able to bonus in a couple of rounds after this is going to feel pretty good, but the Sheriffs, they'll feeling darn good as well. Mel finds the first kill, a headshot from Jazzy and a swing out from Alexis. It nets 2 kills on the round, and we might just be stuck in this back and forth.
This gets really weird now. Mel will clear in towards JD, and JD finds it now. He's facing up against 2. That shock dart is so well placed, and Jazzy's bullet goes straight in towards his head. 4 versus 2 now. Damage dealt again on towards Carno, and Katsumi, look how deep she's gotten. She has a flank, can recover a weapon. See how much she can get done. It will require a sound cue. No, it's a Spectre instead, so she can just pick it on up. No sound cue requisite.
Classic, what are you doing? To be able to close out the kill, that Jazzy headshot, and then also find a dink onto the sky out towards mid, it just makes this spray down that much easier. We know the Spectre sometimes gets, it's not as wonky as I thought it was going to be.
No, it's in a pretty good spot for C9. And that operator that they were trying to get out early, well, they practically get the same effect round 4. This time where that investment will come on through. And ET's money is at a breaking point. That shock dart, really well placed, practically gets rid of all of the armor that JD had in towards the start of this round. Jazzy is getting jump peaks, but she holds her nerve, holds things down, as the destination for ET might instead be over towards the catwalk. But the layers of defense are good. There's a turret in deep, and now a one-way popped on up. That's one of the big advantages of Omen on this map. There are so many angles on that defensive side where you can place down a cheeky one-way and hold space.
And Carno trying to take some space for his squad. Gonna alert Cloud9 White that they're leaning out towards mid. Paranoia queued up, and shortly we should see just push through the tree room. There goes the flash. Here comes the dash, and the Paranoia Mel just completely unexpecting of what was in front of her in the sky smoke. It's deep. Jeffrey able to assume this position up into heaven, but the flash, it's perfect for Alexis, and as the jet tries to go up, unfortunately she's taken down. The next one to go is Nyanza and Katsumi. Plays underneath heaven. Gonna be revealed by the Seekers. A shorty to take it down. One shot left in the sawed-off as Annie holding it the high-low. It's perfect right now for Cloud9 White, but it might be broken open as Jazzy on the flank, and the players stuck in tree room are just that. They're absolutely stuck.
One enemy remaining.
Down. It's either a one-way, a piece of killjoy utility, or an op. There's always something holding on towards the angle, and it makes it so tough to be able to fight past. Katsumi as well, taking off the triple kill to close this one on out. That's the second double spray down, like collateral setup that she's had just within 2 rounds.
Right, you have the Brimstone, now you have that orbital strike online. This case, though, it's just the Omen. It's from the shadows. On the defensive side of things, it allows for quick rotations and maybe a bit of information. We'll have to keep an eye on how that one is getting used as the rounds continue to push on through. It was a weaker buy for Edo Tensei, though, at the end of the day. So now they're on that full buy, full util. The dog doesn't get too much, and the shock dart just get a bit.
That was an interesting setup. She was just waiting for that smoke to recover. You saw that Katsumi was just looking at a wall close towards the defender side spawn. I thought it was a setup for a Paranoia, but not to be. Instead, Jazzykins, unaided, just gets a shot. Now the flash for her to reestablish on that angle and realize that, hey, no one has walked up on us. Instead, Catwalk is the place to be threatened. Eto, let's have that Paranoia to work with. We'll throw it out from main. That should push Katsumi away. So, tree room, that is controlled, but we've seen this before. At a 10 side, the bigger question is, can they get on site? Jazzy defending for one. Another, that operator ringing true. The dash online. Jazzy once more looking for the ace, and Jazzykins has got it.
That moment on Haven and every shot she's taken after that has been so measured, with ice again in her veins, not giving up too much on the jump peaks, and then eventually they give up too much to her. And it feels like there's 2 ops. There isn't. We don't have that chamber coming through for Mel, but Jazzy doing everything on her own.
Yeah, and I feel like with Mel playing so much chamber as of late, it's kind of stolen Jazzy's thunder, right? You expect Jazzy to be that best player on the team, and well, she is looking like it yet again. Mel, though, wants her chance to shine. The combination between 3 for Cloud9 to shut this hit on down. Mantico, not quite a flawless, but clean, nevertheless, from C9. My point earlier, though, was that the space in the map that Cloud9 White is most apt to push for, but the thing is, with Jazzykins on that operator, they're actually pretty comfortable in playing more passive. She'll post that line towards defender side. It's spawn. She'll have Alexis to flash off her contact and set up for another re-peek on through. Cloud9 doesn't really have to take any risks. Their composition allows it, even over towards tree room. They've recognized this as a tendency, so they put down the microwave, have a Paranoia to follow it up as well.
Yeah, whether it be a fake or an actual site hit, this is where ET have put a lot of pressure. And, well, the ops here now from mid to A heaven, a very familiar position. And the bow's been spotted, the soul's been spotted, but the shot, it doesn't land. Smoke comes out, another one goes wide. The blades are online. We'll see if Jazzy chooses to use those, but for now it's backing away, played a bit safer, waiting for the squad to show up as JD gets caught on the rotate out towards mid, down to 60 HP, but that's plenty with an operator in hand, but so much now being tossed out as the no command falls. The resurrection should be available in the lockdown. The scramble, ET are just getting crushed on the inside, and Nyanza, he's away from it all, but what does he have to try and stall a 1v4? The spike is planted sure time on Nyanza's side, but the numbers were not.
The one. Now the deficit they have to play from.
And that same shock dart being sent out by Annie, just early trying to set that baseline, set that precedence. JD, he took damage from the shock dart, but he crept his way on through. It's going to be revealed by the drone, taken down by Alexis. Jeffrey with the hero rifle. Not quite finding too much good flash open on both sides, and the sheriff shots, the crossfire. It's Alexis to do it all herself. As Katsumi will eventually fall, and the hero rifle goes good for 1. The dash to safety, but 5 HP. And an absolute dream here for Jeffrey, but quickly to become a nightmare as Mel shots through the wall, and Cloud9 White put up their 7.
Their biggest issues has been the trouble of this mid setup. Alexis practically every round is playing in towards market with a flash. There's a turret for Mel for contact, and there's an op to support her as well. The op takes a shot, Alexis flashes in off the turret's contact. This setup, I don't think we've seen it broken like once whatsoever this game. And ET, well, we've seen a couple times where they're